Well, we're here at a beautiful landmark home in Mishawaka as part of our Linton's landscaping, of course, our Linton segment here on the program Fresh. And Mark, it's really fun to be out and about, and you've got a special feature for us here today with the Risings.
Yes, we do. We're proud to kind of show off work that we just completed here at this house. This is kind of a landmark historic home. And what we did was create a very kind of traditional, formal type of look of landscape that blends with the architecture of this house.
And you've done a wonderful job, might I add. And Mark, we think of Linton's on 17 as a wonderful place, a landmark in its own right, where people go and get all kinds of great home and garden ideas, but it's good to know that you do landscaping too.
A lot of people aren't aware that we do landscaping. Actually been doing landscaping now for 29 years, and that's how the business actually started out. And do all different forms of landscaping, work with a lot of do-it-yourselfers. This one happens to be a complete design install.
Very good. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to chat a little bit with Ken and with Beth here, and then we'll get back to you in just a little bit, Mark. But Ken and Beth, good to see you. Thank you for having us at your home. It's a beautiful home and one that we've been by, it seems like, a million times. Ken, can you give us a little background as to how you acquired this property and what year exactly that was?
We acquired this property in 1992, 1972, and this was the home of Beth's mother and father since 1948.
And there's some connection to the Cam Brewery through this whole process, correct?
Mr. Cam, Clarence Cam, was brewmaster at Cam Brewery for many, many years. That's the history there, and they acquired this property from Dr. Merle Whitlock in 1948.
Do you think there's some viewers, maybe, Ken, that remember that name, Whitlock? He was a famed surgeon, wasn't he?
Yes, he was well known around the area. He built the property here in 1938, he and his wife, and then he went to the military service in the Second World War. He was a combat surgeon. When he returned from the war, he and his wife lived here for just a short time, and then they divorced, and the property came up for sale, and the Cam people acquired the property at that time.
What was it that you liked most about the home? And I bet Beth has some ideas on this, but what was it that attracted the two of you to this home in the very first place?
Well, it was available when
That's usually a pretty good place to start, isn't it?
It was. It was. Well, we loved the house, and of course Beth was raised here. Most of her childhood years, or later childhood years, were spent here. And then when Beth and I got married, we moved to southern Indiana for a number of years. And when we came back here in 1972, the property was available. Mr. Cam had died in the meantime. Beth's mother and her sister were living here, and they were looking for a home for this home, if you want to say it that way. And hey, we're interested. So we've been here since then.
It has that distinctive whitewash brick two-story look, and there is a name for this architecture. What is that? Do you remember?
English Country House? English Country Manor, we understand, yes. And the washed brick is, well, people have stopped and asked us, how did you ever accomplish this? And we say, hey, it was easy. We did absolutely nothing.
And don't touch it.
Don't touch exactly. Exactly.
Well, it's a classic home. It's really on the intersection of Capitol and Lincoln Way here in Mishawaka. Many of you have been by it. And Ken, what I like, of course, about the home, the list is long, but what I really like is the great look of the river as you look out your back door.
Oh, by all means. That's one of the hallmarks of this place, yes.
Well, a classic home deserves classic landscaping, and I can only assume that you're really, really, really pleased with what Mark has done out here.
Oh, by all means, yes. This is what we're seeing here is a two-stage process. The backyard was done last year, and this year we undertook the front of the house. It was getting overgrown. The shrubbery that was here was getting rather badly overgrown, and so, hey, we consulted Mark, and they pulled the whole thing out, redesigned the whole front of the house, and we're happy with it.
Indeed. Well, what we want to talk about with Mark just for a moment here is what he's done in the backyard, if that's okay, and then we'll get right back to you. But Mark, the backyard area that kind of leads its way into the river is very unique, and it catches your eye. You've done a great job back there.
Well, this is something that the homeowners actually can enjoy from inside of the house. The thing with front foundation plantings, you see it as you're coming and going up and down the driveway, but when you're inside, you actually can't appreciate. The garden in the backyard, you actually can be inside looking out and appreciate the beauty from inside. So that's kind of their own secret garden.
Well, Mark, a really good job describing what it was that you did in the backyard as well as the front yard here at the Reisings. And you've got a special presentation now to make.
We do. Beth is a real flower lover, and as a token of our appreciation, I'd like to present this floral arrangement to both Ken and Beth. We appreciate the opportunity to be able to be included in this historic house.
Absolutely. Well, Ken and Beth, thank you so much. I tell you, this has been a real joy to be out here. And a beautiful arrangement. Thank you, Beth. It is beautiful. And a great example of what you'll find at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. And Mark, this is a special weekend, and you're telling me a little bit about what's going on there. I can't believe 59 cents a stem for roses, $5.99 for the dozen, and other kinds of things happening yet today and tomorrow at Linton's.
We have a special event this Saturday and Sunday. It's called our Garden Party, and not only do we have the rose special going on, we've got our yellow tag sale inside of our store with our floral and interior decor items, our 50 to 90% savings on those. Our flats of flowers are on sale for only $8.99 flat, and out in the garden center we've got select plants, trees, and shrubs that have savings of 50 to 75% off as well.
So our viewers at home can make their home pop as Reising's home pops, right?
That's correct, Craig.
Mark, people need to stop by this weekend, but if they can't, they can actually go online and find out more, can't they?
That's correct. They can visit our website at lintons.com. That's LINTONS.com.
And hours all weekend long?
We're open both Saturday and Sunday. Both days we're open from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Great, great hours and wonderful weather here in the summertime. Thanks so much, Mark.
Thank you, Craig, and thank to the Reisings.
You bet. Appreciate it.